There are many incidents going around the world, but some incidents are shocking. Here are top 10 incidents that shocked the whole world. Number 10, a reactor at a nuclear plant in Chernobyl, Ukraine exploded on April 26, 1986. The explosion was 100 times more radioactive than Hiroshima and Nagasaki. 2 individuals died due to explosion, additional 29 deaths due to radiation. However, long-term effects of explosion in form of cancer, physical and mental deformities is still being accounted. Number 9. World War I. The Great War centered in Europe lasted for 4 years, beginning on July 28, 1914 and ending on November 11, 1918. It resulted in death of 16 million combatants and civilians. The war can be attributed to a number of causes such as mutual defense alliances, imperialism, militarism and nationalism. Number 8. World War II, a global war without any single objective or enemy, this 6-year fight lasting from 1939 to 1945. Hailed the deadliest war in history, resulting in the death of 50 to 85 million. It was fueled by Adolf Hitler and involved more than 30 countries. Number 7. Attack on Pearl Harbor. On December 7, 1941, the Japanese military forces launched an attack without warning on Pearl Harbor, a United States naval base. This resulted in death over 2,000 U.S. combatants and civilians. U.S. declared war on Japan the following day, December 8, 1941. Number 6. Vietnam War. The Vietnam War was an armed conflict that occurred in Vietnam, Laos and Cambodia from November 1, 1955 to April 30, 1975. The conflict saw the communist regime of North Vietnam fight against South Vietnam and U.S. The war ended with withdrawal of U.S. military forces in 1973. The war killed over 3 million people. Number 5. Rwandan genocide. It took place in 1994. It saw the mass slaughter of the Tutsis by the Hutus, resulting from long-standing internal conflict between the two ethnic groups. J.E. Burnell states that the civil war broke out as a result of a coup by the Rwanda Patriotic Front in an attempt to defeat Hutu-led government. Number 4. Transatlantic slave trade. The Atlantic slave trade began during the 15th century and continued through 19th century. The triangular trade was born out of the desire for European empires to establish themselves via trade in New World. European and American settlers enslaved West African civilians and subjected them to great abuse to fulfill their labor need on plantations. 60 million Africans died during this trade. Number 3. Holocaust. This is one of the most shocking incidents in which 6 million Jews were killed by Adolf Hitler's Nazis. The Holocaust includes non-Jewish victims, Soviet citizens, prisoners of war. Number 2. 9/11 attack. On September 11, 2001, 19 militants associated with Al-Qaeda hijacked 4 airlines and carried suicide attacks targets in the United States. 2 planes flown into towers of World Trade Center. The third one hit the Pentagon and fourth one crashed in a field in Pennsylvania. 3,000 people were killed, including 400 police officers and firefighters. After that, U.S. became active against counter-terrorism and finally neutralized Osama bin Laden on May 2, 2011. Number 1. Hiroshima-Nagasaki bombing. On August 6, 1945, during World War II, an American B-29 dropped the world's first atomic bomb over the city of Hiroshima. The explosion wiped 90% of the city and immediately killed 80,000 people. 3 days later, a second B-29 dropped another atomic bomb on Nagasaki, killing an estimate of 40,000 people.
Hope you like this video. Please like and share my video and subscribe my channel for weekly top 10. Please do.